I'm about to do some trades using CGM Bets to do my research and BetAngel Professional to actually put the trades on. I've also just got some new piece of software which I'll be loading up in a second as well. I'm on a trial version of this, so I'm not sure where I put it actually. Oh, there it is, Trader Edge. So we're going to be trying that as well. Okay, so that's Trader Edge. So we'll try that out. I'll put that onto the other screen for now. And for those of you who don't know what CGM Bets is, this is CGM Bet System. CGM Bet System is an ultimate research tool. It's not free, but it's not expensive either. It's actually quite cheap, and sometimes the developers do what they call a cut price deal. I think I only pay something like 40 quid for a lifetime sub of this, so you know, for what it's made me, it's well worth the money. So I'm just gonna look at what's coming up today. So here we've got a tab called upcoming matches. So I'm just gonna have a look what's upcoming for today. So as you look at the top right hand corner, you could do tomorrow, yesterday if you want to look at results back or whatever, research back yesterday's data, sorry. Today, 24th of November 2020, so we're going to look at today's results. Right, as you can see, this deals with just league games. Every league game in whatever leagues you got selected, this is all the leagues for today, right the way through to the Brazilian Serie B. So you see you got your League 2 games, your 2 conference games on tonight. You got Belgian Pro League game which is already kicked off at 4 o'clock. So you can see you got every game basically that you want. And that is a lot of games. And there's some of these leagues that you don't even, I don't trade. I don't know about yourself, but I don't trade these. So up in settings here, you can actually select what leagues that you want to view. So I mainly deal with the main leagues. I think I should have English Championship in there as well. The Arrant is going in. Here you go. English Championship. So that's how easy it is. And if I didn't want English Championship, I'll just move it out. If I do want it in, I will move it in. So League 1, League 2, Conference. Okay. So I've got these leagues selected. So I go back into upcoming games, and now I've got every match selected from, as I mentioned, the Belgian Pro League. I think that's Croatian Division 1, right the way through to the Brazilian games tonight. So here in this league and teams, you click this little arrow, and I've saved my games in My Leagues 1. So if I click that and click refresh, what that gives me then is just my list of games. So suddenly we haven't got as many games. As you can see here, that game's finished 2-0 actually. It's got another 5 minutes left. So these are all the games that I've got selected for tonight. Okay, so I know there's Champions League games tonight, but this is just league at the moment, okay? So, on the right hand side, where you got home and away, you can actually select matches depending on your criteria. So, for instance, if you were looking for, say, first half goals, and you wanted to look at the last 5 seasons, all seasons, I just wanted to look at the first half, which I'm doing now. So I've clicked on total goals, and or you could just go scored goals. So that's how many goals I scored. Scored in games gives you your games in the first half, and I want to look at 70%, say, yeah. So this is telling me I want any team, home or away, who's scored a first half goal in over 70% of their games. And we'll go in the current season. Okay, because it's not worth going back to 5 seasons, etc. because teams change so differently. So if I click refresh here, and again, so everything in yellow means I've got a goal. So if you're looking at the Cheltenham Cambridge, for instance, 71%. So what you can do then, see down here you got show all games. Well, I can just show if only at least one team is highlighted. And that gives me these games here. So for instance, Sutton, they've got a 75% chance that they're going to score against the mighty Wrexham in the first half. Barrow, 71% chance for a goal against Oldham. Cheltenham and Cambridge, well, they're both quite high in first half goals. Salford and I think it was Hull, yeah. So looking at these games here, you can see that these 5 games I've got a high chance of having a first half goal. More information, obviously you've got the league, which league they're in, the date of the game, what time the kick-off is. So all these kick off at 7 o'clock. What round it is. So round 14 for some reason Wrexham on round 7. Okay, so then you got the place of the teams. So the total, so where are they in the league? Ipswich are lying 3rd, Salford 8th, Cheltenham 2nd, Barrow 18th, and Wrexham are lying 11th. And where they are in the home table. So this is not the total table, this is the home table. So Ipswich are number 1, are first in the home table. Hull are first in the away table. They're also top of the league. So it's first against 3rd here. And they're both flying high. Morecambe are first in the away table, while Salford are lying 5th in the home table. Cheltenham are lying 7th in the home table. Cambridge are lying 8th, but they're lying 3rd and 2nd in the league. Barrow 18th, Oldham 17th. But look at Oldham's away record, they're lying 7th in the away table. So it means they're not too bad away. It means their home record must be really poor to be 17th in the league and 7th in the away table. Barrow 13th in the home table and lying 18th in the league. So these are 17th against 18th. And then you got Wrexham, who are 11th in the table, the 9th in the home table, and Sutton, who are top or 2nd in the table, and their away form is this. So it just means that it's going to be a tough game for Wrexham tonight. So that's basically your read. Now, if you can go into more research, so this match really intercepted me. If you're looking at the odds, the home odds are 3.1, the away odds are 2.3. And looking at the league tables, looking where they are in the tables, you can see why them are quite close together. The odds for over 2.5 is less than even, so it's 1.9. So they're saying it could be goals, they're saying it might not be goals, it depends on the game. I was looking at the Salford game. Salford are clear favourites for this at home, even though Morecambe are first in the away table. This could be something of an upset, but we're looking at a high percentage of a first half goal, but also looking, they're not sure which way it's going to go. Is it going to be goals or not going to be goals? Cheltenham Cambridge, again even odds, and you've got overs. So what they're basically saying is there's not going to be many goals in this game, but we could have a first half goal. Barrow and Oldham, again, they're saying 1.8 for over 2.5, so there's a chance of it going overs there, and the odds are pretty even. And then Wrexham Sutton. Wrexham, the odds again evens, even though Sutton are lying 2nd in the table. And they're saying they're not sure which way it's going to go. There could be overs, there could be unders, so we don't know. So, On the outside of it, you're looking at some tight matches here, but all we're looking for is a first half goal. So you can dig deeper into your research, and you can say, right, okay, Ipswich Hull, and if you come down here, you've got head to head. So if you click on this head to head button, and that then takes you into that league game. So this is the screen you get. So this is all the home team. So this is Ipswich home and away games this season. And this is Hull. So you've got 4 buttons down here. So you've got home and away, history, and international. So if I click home and away, this will give me all of Ipswich's home games this season. Okay. And this will give me all Hull's away games this season. So you can see how they did at home, and you can see how Hull performed away. So you can see Ipswich, their first half goals. When you're looking at these, they don't really score many in the first half. They don't really concede any either. Last game against Shrewsbury, they've come from 1-0 down to beat Shrewsbury 2-1. If you look at Hull, yeah, they do score they do like a first half goal, don't they? Like there's 2 against Milton Keynes, 1 against Swindon. They didn't get 1 against Bristol, but they got 3 in the second half. They got 1 against Rochdale. So they do like a first half goal, and there's a high chance, looking at the odds, of Hull scoring a first half goal. But when you look at what Ipswich are doing, conceding, they don't really concede first half goals. They keep it tight. So at least, and when you're looking at the second half game, look to have a really solid defence, Ipswich this season. So in 6 home games, they've only conceded 1 goal. That was the Shrewsbury in the last game. Hull, on the other hand, yep, they like to score goals, but they also like to concede a few as well. So they're not tight as Ipswich. So that's going to be an intriguing game. Just show you where they are in the table. And if you click tables, it takes you to the league tables. And if you're looking at Hull, you were top against Ipswich, you were 3rd. You can see that goals scored 21-10, and then you got Ipswich 19-10. They played 1 game less than Hull. But if you want, I clicked on Hull. And can you see home and away? So that tells you how they've done home and away against the sides. So, for instance, Hull have played Peterborough at home, and they lost 2-1. Which tells me Ipswich got a great chance there tonight. And if you click on Ipswich away from home hasn't really played anybody in the top 6. But Lincoln, they lost 1-0. Sunderland, they lost 2-1. And Doncaster, they lost 4-1. So as you can see, their away record isn't really great against teams. If you're looking at the top half of the table, so Wimbledon up, they haven't beaten anybody away from home. Home, they played 1 game and they beat Accrington 2-0. And they're quite decent against sides below them. So even though you're looking at that record here, where they've not really conceded many goals at home, they've not really played anyone decent either. So if you're looking at the game against Lincoln, they lost 1-0, second half goal. If you're looking at the game against Sunderland, they conceded. And if you're looking at the game against Doncaster, they conceded. So, even though in this one, when you click head to head, it looked as if they're quite tight. When you look at the games they played, they're not really that tight. So that'll be a good opportunity for Hull to at least grab a first half goal in the game. Salford against Morecambe. you can go on and on. I mean, that's just showing you how what aspect of the of stats that you can actually get at. If you wanted to look at second half games where you get a high chance of a goal, so you just click into second half and then do exactly the same thing. So it needs playing around with. There's a lot of information that you can actually gain before you actually put your trades on. Let's just click on that Salford game for a second just to check this one out. So we said Salford home versus away, and we say Salford have got a high chance. So as you can see here, they've scored in most of their games in the first half, and they've not lost at home this season. Morecambe, you do concede the first half goal, don't they? So there's a high chance that that game is going to go. I'll actually double click that. There's a high chance that game could go into a first half goal. Okay, so then you can click on tables just to get a. So we've got Salford at home, Morecambe away, so it's 8th against 10th. And if you're looking at Salford at home, you can see that they've drawn against Forest Green, they've drawn against Exeter, they've drawn against Crawley, they've drawn against Tranmere. But in each one of them games, so let's say the Tranmere game, they scored 2 first half goals. Crawley game, they didn't score any in the first half. Exeter, they scored the first half goal, but they also conceded 2. And Forest Green, that ended 0-0, so there's obviously no goals there. And if you look at Morecambe away from home, they've played Crawley and lost, but conceded 4 second half goals. They've played Carlisle, conceded 2 first half goals. So they are capable, and that one has got a high chance of getting a first half goal in the game. So I'm just going to go down now, and I'm just going to go through the rest of these games, and then I want to show you what Trade the Edge is all about. Okay, so I've gone through the 5 games, and I'm pretty happy that there's a high chance that there's going to be first half goals as the selection indicated. So the research bit's done on this particular strategy that I'll be showing tonight. I just want to now go into Trade the Edge. I got Trade the Edge last night, and this is basically an in-play stat website. So there's a few about that I've used. They all offer different things. All offer the same kind of service, but some of them are a little bit different. Some of them have pressure points. This one here, it basically changes colour. So let me just go through it. So obviously you got your possession, your attacks, dangerous attacks, shots on target, shots off target, goalkeeper saves, corners, yellow cards, red cards. Okay, so that's all the games. And then you've got the last 5 results. If you click R, so at the moment that's their last 5 home, their last 5 away. If you click AR, it's all results. So that's the last 5 results for that team, and that's the last 5 results for that team. And then you come to the right hand side, which is the graphs. So these are the attacks that they have. So if looking at this team here, they've had 30, well, this is going into the second half, they've had 31 dangerous attacks. And this is the pressure building up. Okay, so red means you've had a shot on target, orange means you've had a shot off target. So ideally what the situation you want is you get a lot of these shots all dotted around each other. That's when you can tell that there could be a goal coming. These purple bars. They should be gathered up. I'm not sure what the purple bars are at the moment, so I will find that out. But you get them building up, and then you get all these little shots, so these little coloured dots, orange, red, maybe a couple of blues for corners, etc. And then you know there's a goal going to be coming up. Okay. And that's for all of them. So if you take this game here, Cholet against Bastia, it's in the French National League. You can see here there's been some pressure, 1 shot on and 2 shots off target. So there's been a bit of pressure building. Let's come off. Right, what I mean by change colour. Okay, so can you see this one's blue? This means the match is very cold. Not much action happening, sporadic shots, but the match has gone cold, so there's no action happening. A normal match will be in white. If the match was hot, and what I mean by hot is that there's a lot of shots on target, off target, a lot of pressure being applied by one team or both teams, the match will turn red. That automatically creates your attention to that match. And then you can start looking and then decide whether if it falls into your category, do you trade it or not. Then that's totally up to you. But this is what this site gives you. I think it's only about £10 a month, so it's well worth doing. And then you can also open the filter options. So you can tick your games that you want to look at here. So for instance, I want to look at the League One game, the Champions League games. It's kicked off early. And if you select my games, you can get them, just them games. Or you can select all games. You've got draw score. So you've got this one selected, you've got half time, so these are all matches at half time. You've got matches just in the second half, so if you had a second half strategy, you can see any matches that hit the second half. So this Cholet against Bastia Borgo. It looks as if it's got a lot of things, a lot of action going for it. Well worth taking note of. For instance, the 3rd place team against the 7th place team. So the 3rd place team scored in the 11th minute. That got equalised in the 35th minute, but since then, as you can see, the home team's been on top right the way throughout, and they've not really drew that 1-1. They've drawn that 1-1. So if you do a bit of research on it, and then you find out is that worth. See, they've had 2 shots here. 76 and 77, so the pressures start to build up, and looking at that you can see that maybe the home team may get a late winner. So then you're looking at that, is it worth laying a draw on that one? Other matches that's close to it, there's not really much happening at this point in time, but as you can see for second half trades, now I normally do second half trades, so I will be keeping an eye on that one, but it's in the French National League. What's the quality like on the game? I don't know, but just some of the options that you can actually get. Obviously, if you go into my games, I've got the 2 Champions League games going on. So already inside 10 minutes, Chelsea have had 3 shots off target against Rennes. So Chelsea are starting to, you see, stick blue lines all together. These are sporadic. It's a sign that a team is starting to put some attacks together, starting to put the pressure on, and they're creating some cups off shots off target. They've had a corner here. So already in the first 11 minutes, Chelsea is starting to put some pressure onto Rennes. So that would be an ideal opportunity to maybe look at that match a bit more, get the odds in your favour, and start to maybe play the first half, draw, or maybe back over 0.5 first half goals, whatever you want to do with that one. Sevilla against Krasnodar. Obviously Sevilla are a lot better team than Krasnodar. Scored in the 4th minute, practically with the, I'd say, give the first shot. Yeah, for looking at this first shot on target, first shot of anything. It looks like Sevilla scored. So, yeah, that game looks as if it's going to be an easy win for Sevilla, but this is the game to look out for. Chelsea, and just keep an eye on the pressure. See, they've added some more attacks here. So then just maybe you look at Rennes. Look how I do Champions League games. So, let's be honest, that's going to the league itself. Rennes, and then Rennes at home, aren't they? When you look at Rennes at home, Rennes. Okay, so you can see that they've conceded a lot of first half goals when they're playing at home. Let's go into England. Chelsea. Let's play away. Yeah, they do score in the second half, but say 3 out of 5 games have ended have had a first half goal in, including the one against Brighton, plus played the 1-3-1. So you can see that Chelsea do like a first half goal in the game. So this one could be gearing up for something here. So with Trader Edge, then log into Guardian or into BetAngel and then select Guardian, and then we go into Soccer, and then we go Matches, and we can select Chelsea. Everything is Chelsea, and then you're looking at first half goals. So we'll go over 0.5, and we'll go over the half time score as well. Select a couple of markets up. So let's have a look at the current odds. So Chelsea at the moment to score over 0.5 first half goals, they're 1.7, a little bit low, and the draw is currently 2.14 to layer. So we'll give it a bit more time. Obviously don't want to be backing it at 1.7, so we'll keep that going and see what happens. I'll pause it from there. So I just want to draw attention back to this Cholet against Bastia Borgo. I think it was 1-1 or maybe 2-1, I can't remember. 1-1, wasn't it? And when you last look, it's now 3-1 to Cholet, the team that's in 3rd place. So you can see here, bang, started putting the pressure on and scored 2 goals in basically 3 minutes. So there's a lot of shots off target, and then the attacks start coming in. They are 3rd in the table. They've had a lot more action than Bastia Borgo. So you can see how the system would work. There's a game I picked out earlier on. Obviously I didn't do my research on it, but it was a game that was highlighted, looking at the shots on target, etc., looking where they are in the league. This one's another one. So Red Star against Avranches. You can see it's turned red. It's turned red for a reason, because there's a lot of action. So in the 55th minute, they've had a shot on target in the 51st, and there's been a number of attacks happening in that period of time. Not just for Red Star, but for Avranches as well. So they've had a couple of shots off target, They've had a couple of shots on, so the game's heating up a little bit, and that's why you've got the red on the Barca. Again, in Norway, in the, I'm not even going to pronounce that, Eliteserien, Rosenborg against Brann. This is hit a red, and you've got 4th against 12th, Rosenborg playing at home. They got the slightly better there, but they've also had a couple of shots on target. So 2 shots on target and a corner in the last 3 minutes. So they are starting to pile the pressure on. And there's a good percentage. The possession there. We've had more of the ball. We've had 9 attacks, 6 dangerous attacks with 2 shots on, 1 shot off. They keep have to make a save. They'll go keep saves. With 4 corners in that game. We've had another corner here. So the fact there's only 17 minutes gone on the clock tells me that there's going to be a first half goal in that game. As you can see there, a couple of corners, they've had a couple of shots on target, the attacks are starting to build up. You can see these purple lines getting closer together. So yeah, you can see there being a first half goal in that one. Same Vehen Wiesbaden against Meppen in the German 3rd League. There's been a corner, shot off target. I think that's the same attack. The attack is starting to become natural, starting to become a bit more frequent. But also Meppen, who lie in 20th, have had a shot on target with their attack as well. So that's why that game has gone red. Red Star against the Manchester, I've already mentioned. The game, oh there you go, Chelsea has scored. So the stats said Chelsea were going to score a first half goal. The odds weren't there when I looked them, so I wasn't going to put it on, but there you go. Just goes to show with your stats and using something like this software, you can probably predict when a goal is going to happen. This one here, Young PSV against Young on Utrecht. So this is the PSV Young kids against the Utrecht kids. Been a couple of shots on target for Utrecht, but this is 13th against 14th. Been a lot of attacks, getting pieced together towards the half. So it wouldn't surprise me if these 2 games did come up with a first half goal. In fact, I am going to check them I'm not going to put a trade on, just to heart the game. So you can see how the software will work. This is the Austria Starline. Okay, I know it's not red, but it doesn't really make a difference. This is 9th against 14th. The away team winning 1-0. The home team hasn't won in 5. The away team loves a draw. They won the last one though. As you can see here, so for the last 10 minutes they've had a corner, shot on target. The attacks are starting to come a bit more frequently. Shot off target, shot off target. The attacks start to come a bit more frequently. So this is what you're looking for here, is a build up of play, build up of attacks, added with a couple of shots. So I think that one's going to get another goal in it if it carries on going the way it's going. Red Star again. This is one of the games I was talking about in the National League. They start to drift off a little bit, but they have had a period of shots about 5 minutes ago. So both teams are attacking, and both teams look to be in form. Although I've actually lost 3-1, but in 4 games they've only had 1 defeat, and so these are only at 1 in 5. Okay, so the games that we just highlighted, Red Star. We mentioned about Red Star, 2nd and against 9th. They've scored 6 minutes ago. So you can see how that was played out with a couple of matches on target. They've bossed us first the second half basically, and they've scored. the two games we ticked, so we had Young PSV against Utrecht. We noticed Utrecht had a few shots on, and what do you know, they scored in the 32nd minute, 7 minutes ago, to make it 1-0. Rosenborg against Brann. Now, when I was doing this, I said Rosenborg were actually the team that were looking on fire at this point here. Suddenly it's changed around. They've had 2 goals in the space of, don't know what the hell's gone on, but 21st and 22nd minute they smashed 2 goals in. Wasn't coming. This is coming. That was just bam bam, thank you man. A few attacks, a couple of goals. Looking at this game, Rosenborg have still got 65% possession. I would be looking to be laying Brann, because that is just wow. I'd obviously look at the stats first, and then look to lay Brann. But just see how this one here, Valencia against Sete in the French National League, it's gone red because home side in the last 11 minutes I've had 1 shot on off target, 2 shots on target, and a couple of corners, plus a fair few attacks, while the away team isn't really doing much. Oh, I can see how this is going to work. It looks a decent piece of software. I'm already by the amount of what I've already shown you so far. There you go, another couple of shots off target. I'm going to look at that game, see if it's worth laying Brann on, laying the Brann. But already you can see here's another one in the first half. So obviously I don't know any stats on the game, but it's looking quite hot. So that's what I use as software wise, and I've shown you in action. I'm not really putting trades on. That game is exciting actually. I'm not putting any trades on. You can see I've not had a 0-0. At least I had a couple 0-0. So yeah, I'm not putting any trades on, but I've shown you how CGM bets works. I've shown you how Trader Edge works on WhatsApp. So that's just a couple of angles. I mean, people go their own way. It's just, as I said, this is what I use going forward. So thank you and goodbye.